If you are a high-earning African immigrant woman making six figures a year, but you still feel financially behind, overwhelmed, and trapped in a survival loop, this video is for you. You make over $120,000 a year and you have, let's say, $8,000 in your checking account right now, but you are so terrified to touch it, not because you're cheap, but because you don't know what it's for. Is it rent or mortgage? Is it bills? Is it the emergency that is coming? Is this for when a family member calls during crisis? So you freeze and then you react. And every month, like clockwork, all of that money disappears. You reset and start over. I know this cycle because I lived it. I didn't make my first real income until I was 35, so I started late, overwhelmed with student loans, one paycheck, zero net worth. And today, by God's grace, we have built a seven-figure net worth, zero consumer debt, multiple rental properties, and a six-figure e-commerce business that runs on a 2-hour days. No hustle culture, no burnout, no losing myself or my family in the process. And I still help out family members, but with boundaries. I am not more special than you. I just learned the system behind wealth in America and built structures that do the heavy lifting for me. So in this video, I'm going to show you two things. One, why one account system keeps African immigrant women broke even at six figures. And number two, the 5 account structure that took me from zero at 35 to a multi 7 figures in just 7 years. So hear me when I tell you this. Your income is not your problem. And you are not irresponsible. It's just that all of your money is sitting in this one checking account, trying to do like 47 different jobs. And your brain is trying to manage all of that while you're working 60-hour weeks. That is chaos. I know this not just from my own life, but from all the books I have read on the American financial system and coaching hundreds of immigrant women through this exact structure. And every book, every coach, every wealthy family said the exact same thing. Wealth is not built through hustle. It is built through structure. So most of us were raised with the 2 account system, savings and checking. Everything came in, everything went out. That worked back home, not here. Especially not when you're carrying 2 households or multiple households, children, culture, and pressure. And until you fix this structure, nothing will change. No amount of cutting coffee, no amount of savings can ever get you out of survival mode into financial freedom. So for the next 45 days, I am giving you one system per day to set up before December 31st so that 2026 isn't another year of goals. It is the year your system runs automatically, giving you the result that the last 5 years couldn't. And if you want someone who understands our reality to look at your numbers with you and personalize a plan to your situation, my free call is open. The link is in the description. Now imagine this. You walk into a beautiful house with 5 very calm rooms. Each room has one job. The kitchen is for cooking, the bedroom is for sleeping, and so on. Every dollar knows exactly where it belongs. And for the first time since you came to this country, your money stops screaming at you and starts working for you. So this is not budgeting. This is what wealthy families have always done. And now it's yours. Let's open the first door. This is your main account, the income account. I call it the landing pad. This account has one purpose. Your paycheck lands here. You tell it where to go and it goes back to zero. You start leading and you steward the money that God trusted you with. Account number 1 that you should create, the bill account. I call it the quiet room. This account pays every fixed bill. So on your financial planner, write out all of your fixed bills and get a total for it. Your rent or mortgage, utilities, insurance, car note, subscription, credit card payment, anything that is reoccurring that you pay every month, get a total of it and put it in this account. Then add everything up, set up automated transfer to that account every payday. We are setting up a system that does the heavy lifting for us and works round the clock, even on our worst days. And the result? The bills pay themselves, nothing surprises you. You don't lay down at 2 a.m. wondering what you forgot. Before having this account, I missed my first mortgage payment on a rental because my main account overdrew after everything came out. That put a major dent on my credit score and I learned my lesson. This account is the first layer of peace. Account number 2, the emergency fund. I call it the oxygen room. This is the account that lets you sleep at night. A flat tire, it's covered. Unexpected medical bills, covered. A job loss, it's covered. It's important that you build your first $1,000 and then build towards 3 months of your basic necessities and then 6 months. I opened my emergency fund in February 2019 with about $200. By July, I had up to $3,000 saved. That's when my car transmission died. $1,500 repair, I didn't panic. I just transferred that money from my emergency fund. This protected me from getting into debt or panicking. I didn't need to swipe my credit card for that because I already had that money sitting and waiting for emergencies. That was the moment I knew this system actually works in real life, not just theory. Account number 3, obligation account. I call it the peaceful boundary room. This account has one purpose only: to protect your peace while still honoring your family. Right now, you're sending money home from your main checking account, and every month feels like a surprise attack. Family members and friends calling your phone. Can you help me with school fees? Rent is due. This is urgent. And because you have a good heart, you send it, even when it stresses you, even when it pushes your own goals back another 3 months. But here is the truth most African immigrant women have never been told. You can support your family without sacrificing your future or your children's future, but only if you separate your giving from your survival. So here is how this account works. Every month, you choose a number that is sustainable, not emotional. Maybe it's $150, $300, $1,000, whatever fits your real life, not the pressure life. Tithe, church offering, family obligations, helping anyone, all giving comes from this one account. And here is the rule. You only send what's inside this account, not a dollar more. You owe it to yourself to create these boundaries. So no more panic transfers, no more overdrafting for other people's emergencies, and no more resentment secretly building up in your chest. Because if you drop dead right now, everyone cries for about 3 days and move on. You must remember that takers take without boundaries. So as a giver, you must set the boundaries for your own sanity and your own freedom. This is how you love others without abandoning yourself. Okay? So my client Chioma set her cap for about $1,000 a month. First month, a family member asked her for $2,500. She said, I can only afford $1,000 this month and I cannot do more. That family member was upset for about 2 weeks, but 6 months later, Chioma had $10,000 saved, and that family member started respecting her boundaries. This is what structure does. It creates respect. And we must always know the difference between assisting people and enabling mental laziness. Account number 4, the spending account. I call this the permission room. This is the only account you swipe from. It should be the only account with a debit card. So groceries, gas, coffee, gift, everyday life comes out of this account. If there is money in that account, you spend it guilt-free. You are not irresponsible or wasteful. You've already paid your bills, you've already saved, and you've handled family obligations. I used to have severe guilt each time I spent money on me. I would be like, what if somebody called about an emergency? What if this money can save someone's life? I am still working through guilt on spending money on me, especially when that item costs a lot more money than what's normal. But that guilt is a lot lighter than before because of this account. This account helps me to buy the things and do the things that I enjoy without worrying. And the wild part is that most women that I coach spend less once they have this account because clarity actually reduces emotional and impulse spending. Account number 5, the goal account. I call this the future room. This is where your dream lives, your business, your travel, your retirement, your future self. Set an automatic transfer to this account, and remember, we are building systems that run effectively even on our bad days. So automate as much as you possibly can with money. You cannot rely on willpower or motivation when it comes to building financial freedom. And one day you will wake up to a life that you built, not a life that you survived. So my client Sylvia set up a goal account in January, starting with just $500 a month, automatic transfer. By March, she had $1,500 in her investment account. She now pulled that and opened an IUL policy and started funding it with just $400 a month. Now, that IUL is building her cash value tax-free, giving her life insurance coverage, and she can borrow against it to use it buy a rental property. So before you spend one more day in survival mode, open the Five account, automate transfer on your payday, give every dollar a job, watch your anxiety drop within 7 days, and your entire life will shift before 2026. I have watched this exact transformation happen with over 300 women now. Some started with zero in their savings, some started with negative net worth, but within 90 days of setting up these five accounts, every single one of them said, I finally feel in control. Not because they made more money, but because they finally had a system, no budgeting app, without shame and without restriction. It works every single time. Here is what no one tells us African immigrant women. We are not struggling because we're irresponsible. We're struggling because we were not given the system, the playbook. We adopted a system that keeps us working, not build wealth and not build financial freedom. But today, you are breaking that generational script. You are choosing structure, peace, clarity, legacy, and readiness in 2026. If you want me to walk through your exact numbers with you, help you customize these five accounts to your reality, my free call is open and the link is in the description. I will walk through your exact five account structure. I'll help you personalize it to your life and your obligations. Share in the comment section day 6 done when your accounts are set up. Now, why does this matter? Today, there are over 3 million African immigrant women in America earning six figures and still feel broke and trapped. Not because they're bad with money, but because this system was never built for us to build wealth. We keep working, feeding into the system, growing the system instead of us. And so these 45 days are not about goals. They are about building a system that actually works for us. So when life gets heavy, your money doesn't fall apart. And if you don't fix it now, guess what's going to happen? Your daughters are going to repeat the exact same cycle. They're going to make great money and still feel broke. They will feel stressed, and that is what we're stopping. We are trained to carry everyone, to sacrifice yourself, to fix everybody's problems. And for years, you did exactly that because that's what our culture calls strength. But today, we build. We build systems that give you back your peace. We build systems that make your money work harder than you do. Systems that protect your marriage. Systems that let you support family without losing yourselves. Systems that help you show up for your children with presence instead of exhaustion. Systems that grow your net worth while you rest. And systems that break the generational cycle. So your daughters will inherit freedom and not survival. And I am here to guide you every step of the way. Comment below day 6 done when you set up this account. And I want you to share this with one immigrant woman that you know. Thank you so much for watching and see you on day 7 tomorrow.